everyone, it's Miss Perry from BGC Haines City. So today we are going to be doing an activity where we are going to see just what soap and water does to viruses. Materials needed are aluminum foil, where we create 2 small aluminum foil balls. I've already done mine. You will need some tape. Double-sided tape does work better, but if not, regular tape, clear tape like this would work. You need sprinkles, butter, soap, a bowl, and water. And that's it. Okay, so one of the first things we are going to do is we are going to create 2 aluminum small balls, and this is going to be our models for our virus. We are going to see just what soap and water does to viruses. So these are our models. Now that my first model is completely covered with tape all the way around it, I want to place that down for a second. And I want to grab my other model and I want to get some butter. And we're going to wrap that one around with butter. Now our second model is filled completely covered with butter, and our first model is covered with tape. There we go. Then we want to place them down really quick and wash our hands. Now that our hands are washed, we want to grab the sprinkles, and we are going to pour sprinkles on our small plate. If it does not come out of the top, we can just take the top completely off. And we want to cover our plate with sprinkles. So it's kind of fully covered. And then we want to go ahead and place both of our models in there and cover our models with sprinkles like so until it is completely covered. So this is our first model. This is the one with tape, and I have gotten it fully covered. And then I just want to sit it off to the side for a second. I'm going to grab our second model, which is the butter, and we are going to completely coat that one with sprinkles now until it is covered as much as we can. If we can't get it perfect, it's perfectly fine. Now that we are done with our models, we will just want to compare them next to our picture that is given of how a real virus looks. So that is our butter model. This is our tape model. Now that we have compared them, we are going to pour some warm water into a bowl. Next, we will pour 2 squirts of soap. I know that looks like a lot, I'm sorry. And then we are going to grab a spoon, and we are just going to swirl the soap into the water until the soap has completely dissolved. I may need a little bit more than that actually, so 2 squirts actually was not enough. So pour a little bit more in there. And we are going to swirl it all the way around. Now that we have swirled our soap into the warm water and waded into the soap dissolved, we are going to go ahead and place both of our models into the bowl of warm water and soap, and we are going to see what soap and water does to a virus. So now that you have placed both of your models in there, you're going to swirl the soap around your viruses just so that we can make sure the soap and the water has completely covered both models. And then we are going to sit here and see what it does for 2 minutes to our 2 models. Now this is the result of our activity. We have model 1 to the left, and then we have model 2 to the right. So today we built 2 different virus models in this activity. One model represented a non-enveloped virus and the other model an enveloped virus. They both have the same basic structure, which was represented by the aluminum foil. The aluminum foil represented the nucleic acid core, which carries the virus's genetic information in the form of RNA or DNA. The tape mimicked the protein shell or capsid, which surrounds and protects the virus's RNA or DNA again. The butter represented the lipid membrane that envelopes or surrounds the capsid of enveloped viruses. The fats in butter are a type of lipid similar to the lipids in viruses. The sprinkles in your model represented proteins that a virus uses to attach to the outside of its host cell. Now, by dropping both virus models into the soapy water, we mimicked washing our hands with warm water and soap for 20 seconds. Swirling the viruses around in the water is very similar to us scrubbing our hands with soap. You should have noticed that the butter, which represented the lipid membrane envelope, slowly dissolved in the soapy warm water, which we noticed here it actually did dissolve. This is because the soap molecules interact with the butter molecules, which leads to the butter layer being destroyed. And the other model eventually lost all of its sprinkles as well. All in all, using soap during hand washing can help make viruses like the one that causes COVID-19 non-infectious, which again keeps all of us healthier.